Hello and welcome to this lesson on this lovely Christmas carol, The Holly and the Ivy. It's the 1st of December 2017 as I'm doing this lesson. It's a bright but very cold day out there. I've got a nice hot cup of tea here in a very English way, and we're going to have a lot of fun. This is a lovely tune to play, and I've come up with a couple of sort of very interesting bits I think you're going to really enjoy. So let's make a start. As far as I can make out, this carol dates back to the early 1800s, so it's a very, very old, possibly 200-year-old Christmas carol, but it still sounds lovely. We're in the key of G, and we are counting 3 beats the bar, so it's a fairly brisk waltz, if you like. I'm playing the carol on this DG Melodeon. It's a Castanari Lily, so it's only got a single reed per right hand button, but it still sounds nice, and I think it works really well with this carol. The first bar is a pickup bar, and if you don't know what that means, it means the first bar doesn't contain 3 beats, it just contains what you need to get started. It's kind of a launch pad into the proper tune. In fact, you start on the 3rd beat of the bar. It's a note of G. This is a 4th button start instrument, so the button I'm going to press is button 4. I'm going to push the bellows. That's my first note, which is G, the root note, sometimes known as the tonic, by the way. If you've got a 3rd button start, it will be this button that you'll press. We're in what I call position home, pos H. This is something peculiar to my lessons, something I figured out earlier in the year, and I think it really helped. It certainly helped a lot of my students, and I hope it will help you. So what does pos H mean? It means you're in the home position with the first finger on the root note, so on the G, 2nd finger on the button below, 3rd finger on the button below, and so on. And we move around a little bit in this tune. We go up to pos -1, which is up 1 from that. So pos +1 will be down 1. I'm sure you get the idea. And I put the words underneath the notes so that you know where you are with the song, if you know the song. There are a few different tunes of The Holly and the Ivy, but this is I think the most famous one, and it's certainly my favourite. You've got the bellows directions written underneath the notes. You haven't got them written underneath every note, because obviously if you've got 2 or 3 notes that are all on the push, I only write the push underneath the first of those. So, having said all that, we count 1, 2, and play our G note on the 3rd beat of the bar, and we're ready to go into the next stave, which is bar number 1. The way the bars are numbered on this music is that if you have a pickup bar, it's not counted, it's just called bar 0. So where you see Holly and that bar, which is the first bar of the 2nd stave, that is counted as bar number 1. And you're going to play that G note 3 more times, 2 quavers and a crotchet, so you count that 1 and 2, and then you miss a button and you go down to the, on my Melodeon, it's button number 6, might be 5 for you, and pull out for that note of E. So it's 2 quavers and 2 crotchets, counted 1 and 2, 3. Now you'll see written above the bar some chords and some bass notes, right? Bass notes are written in capitals, uppercase, and chords are written in lowercase. Don't ask me why that is. It's a kind of a tradition in Melodeon music. I'm not sure I completely agree with it, but I'm sticking to it so I don't confuse you if you've learned other tunes. So it starts with a G bass, which is this button here, button number 4, outside row, and I use my little finger on that. And then it goes to a G chord, that's the lowercase g, the button above that. And then you go over to the inside row, button number 4, pull out for a C bass. So you've got G bass, G chord, C bass. Now I do this with 3/4 pieces. I don't always do bass, chord, chord. If there's a change, I often do bass, chord, bass. Okay, so single bass note, chord, single bass note. And so I put that together. Holly and thee. Again, it's a little bit high to sing, but it's definitely doable. Probably better in the evening than first thing in the morning, which is when I'm recording this, of course. What we're doing here is the verse. I've only written down the words to the first verse, but there are quite a few verses. You can easily find all the words on the internet if you're interested.